Hello and welcome. Today we're at Legoland Billund and we're about to take a look around the pirate section of the park, which is extremely heavily themed anyway, but there's lots of re-theming for this type of season, and also I want to go and see if they have dyed the water red. So that is where we're going to go to first. So it took me by surprise last year, but they have done a really good job this year with regards to all the theming. And there are lots and lots of photo opportunities. You can see the water is red, which I was quite surprised about last year, but I was prepared for it this year and it still looks absolutely fantastic. Now they have obviously pulled the ride out because it is so cold at this point of the year, and it will be back for the 2023 season. But if you can get down for the 2023 Halloween event, it will be very much worth having a look at, especially at this part of the park, because there are lots and lots of photo opportunities which we will have a quick look at now. So you can see all the different tables that are dotted around at the bottom, and now as we pan up and have a look around at all these tombstones and all the different skeletons and everything like that, if you look up to the top, there are maybe 2 rows of 6 which are all sheltered seating as well, and there are a few more models and sort of cardboard cutouts up at the top just in that part. And then as we come through and have a look at all of these little bits and pieces with regards to what have you got there, you've got the storage heads, you've got the Lego brick RIP tombstones, you've got all the different skeletons and everything up there as well, and you can also see you've got the larger Lego brick storage heads, and then you've got the pirate skulls, which I do believe are there normally anyway, because we are obviously in the pirate section. As we then spin round, you will have a larger opportunity to take a photo. I say larger opportunity, it's a larger models that you can take your photo with, and they've got a couple of those dotted just behind us as well, which we'll have a look at, and then we'll have a quick look and walk around into the park, and then you can see what little rides that they have on offer, and also all the different food bits and pieces they have on their menu as well. But like I said, this area of the park is absolutely massive. If I was to film absolutely everything, it would have been probably a 20-minute, half-hour video. But like I said, I've done this for this type of season. There is a full detailed video available of this section of the park earlier on in the year. We are literally just here to have a look at the new bits and pieces that they have added. So I've cut a lot of the walking out just so it's a little bit more sharp and simple for everybody, just to sort of spot the difference with regards to what is normally there. Like, for example, is that pirate normally there? But then as we come round, this obviously isn't normally there. This is a nice photo opportunity that you can stand in and get your photo taken. You've got a really nice backdrop and everything, with the normal theming from that ride as well. So if you did manage to get here for the 2022 year, then please obviously let me know in the comments below what you thought. If you didn't, then again, hopefully you might be able to get there for the 2023 season, because it is very much worth coming down, even for any of the special events like this one, which is their Brickle Treat, or just coming down normally for the 2023 year, because it was very much worth it coming in the 2022 year. So this would have been one of those big water rides where you go around and you end up getting absolutely everybody drenched. That is why that is not running, because it was obviously quite fresh towards the end of the year. Now as we're coming around, you've got all the food bits and pieces that we are now leaving them, where you would sit down to the left. You have these weird and wonderful looking things. That was quite funny, because when I was walking around for the second time, there was some tourists looking at these, laughing away, and he wanted to get his photo taken, and his wife was taking his photo, so I thought that was quite funny. But it obviously does have the name tags, like the members of staff would be wearing as they're walking around, but it did make me giggle how much one person was laughing at that display. These later on in the day were packed. Literally from lunchtime onwards until early evening, there was just queues outside all the snacky places, because this is the day that the park was open till really late. And somewhere in this playlist will be the tour of it all lit up at night. Now I highly recommend you watching that if you've just stumbled across this video, because it looked fantastic. How they had managed to light up all the park, and the way they had lit up the park was brilliant. And then the following day, I did then actually manage to catch the fireworks display as I was just walking back to the airport to leave. So it was a very good weekend overall, and I was really glad that I did manage to make it, because it is definitely worth coming down. Even if you can just do it in a day, even if you just sort of come and go in the same day, you can pretty much do that if you actually got a late flight back, because you can land about 15 minutes after the park opens. The park would then shut on a normal day at either 5 or 6, and if you've got the late flight back, you have plenty of time to check in and then relax at the airport. It'll be a long day, but you could actually manage to do it in a day and then not pay for any accommodation whatsoever. Obviously, if you want to have one night, then you can see if you can incorporate that into your price with the ticket, depending on who you're booking it with. So we are still walking around the water. I've cut down a slightly different bit. Lots of tables and chairs now. This was getting to the point where things were starting to open, and then you can see a lot of the pushchairs and everything on the floor. That's why I had the camera down, but I just wanted to show you how large this area is. Other bits and pieces of the walking I then did just cut out because we had seen lots of that before. But all of these little tables and chairs were starting to fill up with people grabbing different bits and pieces to eat. And then as I did a loop later on, there was lots and lots of those little places being eaten with the donuts and everything, which is huge queues, which is really nice to see, and it smelt amazing. Now they've got these dotted all over the park with regards to just huge amount of theming for this part of the season. I'm sure there was more theming this year than last, and last year they had absolutely loads as well. So hopefully, if I can manage to get down for the Christmas season potentially, it'll be very interesting to see what they have done to the park, because it'll be the first time the park would have been open since, I do believe, either 2010 or 2012. They've not done anything, or I could be getting that completely wrong, and you could have said 2016, but we'll make it up. It's not been open for a good amount of years for the Christmas season, but the Halloween season is something that they do all of the time. As we go around, and if there is any of the models, as always, please let us know in the comments below what is your favourite model, and also what is your favourite ride as well. But like I said, this is very much a case of just having a quick chop up of the video just to see what is available, and we'll go through, I do believe now, maybe to the water section. Again, around here, loads and loads of places to eat. So we are all still within the pirate section. We're just doing one big loop. So obviously you've just seen we started with all the theming, lots of tables and chairs. This is almost like their park area, where it is just rammed full of different tables and chairs with lots of different little games for the little ones to play for the Halloween season as well. So I have a quick snippet of the sides of them now. So this is obviously the famous pirate. And then as we pan around, you can see a bit more of the grass and things like that. Now we'll come to the next building. This next building is part of their brick or treat. They're huge queues. These were double deep, and the queues were absolutely massive all the way through. And obviously you can see it, the amazing theming with a little bit of the queue line just to the right hand side. This was the next bit of theming as we come up and pan around. This was a big pumpkin show. Loads and loads of little children just to my left hand side, watching them singing and dancing, which is really good fun for them. And then as we come round, moving on again, you can see the queues in the far background, coming through to all this different bits of theming, and then we will finish up the end of the video with some more Halloween theming. So guys, that is a super short tour of this pirate section for the Brick or Treat event. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've seen some different bits and pieces if you didn't manage to get there. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, you guys take care, and hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.